Well, I'm joining here at the COVID Rapid Testing Centre at Dukinfield Town Hall by Josh Hull, Lieutenant Josh Hull, who is with the military police. And we're going to get a sort of guided tour through the testing centre, how it's working. First of all, tell us about your role here, Josh.
So I'm the site leader for the one of two test sites that we've got operating at the moment within Tameside. And at the moment we've got a 24 booth capacity at this test site, and we've seen a steady increase over the last week that we've been open, to the point where the last day we did over 200 tests here, and we're already starting to get those crucial sort of positive tests, which is starting to have a real impact. Okay,
is there sort of a maximum number you expect that you can manage in one day?
Yeah, so at the moment we're not stretched yet. We're working to a good capacity, but importantly the number has significantly increased throughout the last week, and we're getting to some really good numbers now.
And obviously this is for key workers, and you're encouraging as many critical workers, no matter what, whether in the health service or support and essential services, to come down and take responsibility and get the test done so that they don't infect any other members of the workforce that they're working with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the key thing with this test site is it's for non-symptomatic people. The fact that we've already had tests that are positive, shows the importance of these test sites, because these are people that, if they're not feeling the symptoms, they won't feel to go out and get themselves tested. So if they are key workers, and if they aren't able to work from home, these test sites are proven to be really useful in the sense that everyone knows that their own workforce is safe and able to work.
Okay, and what are the hours of operation?
At the moment we're open from 7 AM till 7 PM.
Is that Monday to Friday or every day?
Monday to Friday at the moment. So yeah, as it stands, 7 till 7, Monday to Friday.
Okay, well you've kindly arranged a guided tour for us, so we'll go see how it all works. Thank you.
At the moment, until they are set up and they've got their NHS login details, which can happen after the first visit, which means that first entrance is as smooth as possible into the test site.
Right. So if I turned up here without having registered previously, does that matter?
No, that's absolutely fine. So you can walk in, you'll be meted by one of the guys on the door. You get handed one of these registration cards with the barcodes that get put on your test later on. And then it's just the QR code. If you've got your own personal mobile, you can do it on your own phone. We've got a couple of tablets upstairs, and we've got a couple of our phones as well that we can. So we've got lots of different ways to get people through this registration process and crucially through that test site.
Okay.
If you need to do it on one of the iPads behind you, then we can get you. That's another way that we can get people registered. But once you're all through that first registration process, you then get handed to the next soldier who takes you around to the test booth area. We have 35 members on site, but that's split into two 6-hour shifts. So it's a 12-hour day, 7 till 7, and we've split our workforce to cover that full range.
Okay. And is that all from the military?
That is, all from the Royal Military Police. Yeah. Boyd here, they assist with the test subject conducting the test, making sure that, crucially, the clinical standard and making sure that the test is done to the right standard. And then once the test subject is finished with their swab, they pass that through to the inside of the test centre, which we can have a look at later. And that's where the actual test is conducted, and then the results come out that side. But once the test subject has done their swab, that's it. They're free to go, and they'll get that notification after that 30-minute wait period.
Okay, and do they wait here outside?
So once they've done their swab, they're good to go, and then they'll have registered their email and their phone number, and then they receive the results remotely.
Okay, brilliant. Okay. So we'll have a look at the actual...
Food gets wiped down, and our guys are well trained now in the doffing and the donning of the PPE. So I know one of the challenges that the Army faced with these kind of test sites is we had to go from that soldier mentality to almost thinking quite clinical, and we had some good cooperation with the civil authority, the NHS staff, and they've given their kind of clinical assurity to the test site. and the guys are now well trained and well rehearsed.
Well, it's all a very good military operation, I can see that, but what would you normally be doing if you weren't helping out in a...
Yeah, so, that's one of the things for the Royal Military Police is our day job is helping support the service justice system. So we're the military's police element, and we do have that going on within the firm base and within the units around the country. But we have some people that are still at unit, and then platoons from each company within the 1st Regiment Royal Military Police. They've come together and are forming a company here.
And how has everyone adapted to their new roles there?
To be honest, I know a lot of the guys at this test site are really happy to be here and are very much feeling like they're playing their part and helping out with the fight against COVID, essentially. So there has been a bit of an adjustment, and they've had to mentally re-engage with the challenges of this task. But as it is, they're settling in quite well, and we've already had 1 week now of operations, so it's good.
Do you have to provide personally any advice for those people who do test positive?
So if a positive test does come up, that result gets sent to them along with a set guidance. They then should get a PCR test straight after that to confirm that positive test result, because we're using lateral flow tests here, which is a very quick turnaround, but it's always advised to get a PCR test, and then from there they should obviously self-isolate and begin that contact tracing. But these test sites hopefully stops that spread here.
Okay, good.
Okay. So from here you can see the inner workings, and this is where these guys are in full PPE. Anyone that touches either test subject or swab has that full PPE protection. But the swab gets passed through to the processing operatives. They then conduct the test, and then we have a waiting table here where the results are given the chance to arise. So within 20 to 30 minutes, that positive result, if it is positive, will show. And then after 30 minutes, if the test is still showing negative, that's when we can send the result.
Okay. Okay, Captain Gwilym Coleman from the Royal Military Police here at Dukinfield Town Hall. Just tell us and take us through the process of the mechanism of the COVID rapid testing system that's taking place here.
So Dukinfield Town Hall is one of our 2 sites we have in Tameside, along with Stalybridge Civic Hall. The testing system works so that any key workers, people who can't work from home, can come down as long as they're asymptomatic and get tested. This is designed so that they can then get a negative or positive result and protect their community and their workforce accordingly.
Okay, and really there are many more people who are key workers than we might imagine, really. What kind of people are you seeing coming here?
So you get a lot of the local authority workers coming through, from the waste disposal operators right up to the chief executive came through the other day. And we also get a lot of hauliers, small local businesses, joiners, plumbers, etc. People who physically have to be at their work with their colleagues.
Okay. There's been a very good response as people take responsibility themselves. But really, the key message you want to get across is how important it is to come and have this test, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite critical that we break the chain of transmission of COVID-19. And what seems perhaps a bit unusual is that the result we look for is the positive test. If we get a positive test, we can then tell that person, you are positive, stay at home, isolate accordingly, protect your family, friends and your colleagues.
Absolutely. And anything else you think we should know about the testing process, or the appeal that people should come?
Itself is really simple. If you pre-register with an NHS account before you arrive, you can speed the process up even further. You come in, you enter one of the booths you see behind you, and the guys in this area here will process your test rapidly, and you'll have a result within 30 minutes. Okay,
yes, and as I await my results, I'd already like to say, Nigel, that we like to do positive stories for the Tameside Reporter and Tameside Radio. It's one of those occasions where I really don't want a positive result, though. But thank you, Gwilym, very much.
Thank you.